What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the Word of Crota, which came back with Crota's Inn in Destiny 2. And this is not only the perfect PvE hand cannon, I would argue it's the perfect PvE primary in general. This scene is absolute beast with so many god rolls on it. It will be 100% the first thing I'll try to craft in Crota's Inn. Unfortunately, I did not get a single drop in this week, but Ice has a few. So jumping into this weapon, it's going to be a 180 Void hand cannon, and all of the Crota weapons have a new origin trait, Cursed Thrall. After defeating a target with a melee attack, final blows with this weapon cause targets to explode for a short duration. So looking at how that works, get a melee kill to get the Cursed Thrall for 7 seconds. Any final blow will cause them to explode like a Cursed Thrall, almost like the Necrochasm, but minus the chain. And these explosions are not only powerful, they're quite large. A lot of people are saying this is basically free Dragonfly for all the Crota weapons. I would say it's better. The explosions feel like they have more range, and it is not tied to a precision final blow. Any final blow with any of the Crota weapons, once you have the Cursed Thrall origin trait procced, will cause that explosion. So yeah, all the Crota weapons automatically out of the box are insanely good for like group actor and already have a built-in extremely good explosion perk. And this season in the artifact with this mod right here, you can increase the duration of the Cursed Thrall origin trait to 14 seconds. So now we don't only have to get melee kills that often, just get one here and there, and then all of the Crota weapons will turn into an absolute beast. This is one of the coolest origin traits ever made. It's extremely powerful. Before we even talk about the perks that this hand cannon has, it's already one of the best primaries in PvE, just because of this. So jumping into the perks on this weapon, there's going to be all kinds of great perks in the left and in the right, and all kinds of unique combos. I think by the time I can craft this scene, I might end up crafting like 3 or 4 of these, which we'll be talking about throughout the video. But the first perk I want to talk about is the new one to Crota weapons, the Sword Logic damage perk, where final blows with this weapon grants bonus damage. The strength and duration of the bonus increases when more powerful targets are defeated. So again, that we normally hit for 11,313. Getting a minor final blow will just give you Sword Logic for 5 seconds. Getting a final blow will refresh the timer back to 5 seconds, and this will be a 15% buff, which isn't great for a primary damage perk. But the thing is, if you kill a major at any point to start off the chain or during the chain, it'll go up to ×2 now for 7 seconds, and getting any final blow will then extend it back to 7 seconds, but now it'll be a 25% buff, which is almost more in line with most of the damage perks in the game. But it does not stop there. If you get what is technically coded as a mini boss, you'll get ×3, and once again, now for 10 seconds, and getting final blows will extend it back to 10 seconds, and this will be now a 35% buff, a little bit higher than things like Rampage, Swashbuckler, or Adrenaline Junkie. And finally, if you do get a boss final blow, it will now go up to 50% for 15 seconds. So recapping that once again, ×1 is 15 and 5, 2 is 25 and 7, 3 is 35 and 10, and 4 is 50 and 15. So overall, my thoughts on this perk is, right off the bat, it is a really cool damage perk, and I really like the way it has the tiers and increases the timer based on those tiers also, not only the buff. But the thing for a primary is, obviously more often than not, you're going to be killing red bars and maybe majors. So you're going to have 15 or the 25% buff, which is lower than that of Rampage or Adrenaline Junkie, which are on this weapon. So I think in most situations, what you use a primary for, those 2 damage perks would just be better, a little bit higher, and kind of easier to get, not requiring a major kill. But if you are in an activity where there are a lot of mini bosses or things coded as a boss, this perk would excel extremely well. And in those situations, it would be by far the best damage perk for this weapon, and for other Crota weapons that also have this perk, like the machine gun. But overall, for most things in the game, I would just take Rampage or Adrenaline Junkie, and I see this perk more as maybe a good perk for the machine gun or potentially the special weapons. It really just comes down to the activity. So what are all the roles I'd be trying to craft on this scene? Well, let's just talk about some combos. First, in the left, you have Dragonfly, which there are a few weapons in the game with Dragonfly in left, but it is definitely rare, which means you can pair Dragonfly with a damage perk. So you can take Dragonfly plus Rampage or Adrenaline Junkie, or even Frenzy, all 3 of which would be really good, and one I'll be crafting. And if you combo the Dragonfly with the Cursed Thrall origin trait, I mean, this thing just absolutely destroys anything nearby. whenever you get a precision final blow, and since it is void, you can also combo on top of that with volatile rounds on any void subclass, or even with the falcon on hunter, and then you'd have volatile rounds, the cursed Thrall origin trait, and Dragonfly. I mean, yeah, this unit is absolute beast. And you could take it even further with the cursed Thrall origin trait, volatile rounds, Dragonfly, and destabilizing rounds if you really wanted to. Then in the left, once again, you have a unique combo of Demo, so you can pair Demo with the same names we just mentioned, a Demo plus Rampage, Demo plus Adrenaline Junkie, Demo plus Frenzy, or even like Demo plus Destabilizing Rounds. And that one would be really good for some builds, more focused around grenades. One of those might be the one I'd be running on Warlock, Demo plus Rampage for example. And you would still have the really good ad clear with the Cursed Thrall origin trait, and volatile rounds if you're taking advantage of a void build. And another perk in the left would be Repulsor Brace, and you can combo that with destabilizing rounds to get a void overshield on any subclass in the game. I'm still not a huge fan of the destabilizing rounds perk because of the delay it has, but if you want to use it on any subclass, that combo will 100% work and be pretty good. But if I was going to use Repulsor Brace, I would mostly use it on just a void build, either the Falcon on Hunter or with volatile rounds from grenade final blows. And once again, I'd probably pair it with Rampage, Frenzy, or Adrenaline Junkie. And those were like the three main left column perks I would probably be going for. You could also build one with Subsistence plus one of the 4 right column perks we've been talking about this entire time, and that would also be pretty good. So overall, recapping the 3 main ones I'm definitely be crafting for my account. I think first I'll do Dragonfly plus Rampage for really good ad clear and very consistent easy damage perk of Rampage. Then for harder content or different builds, I might go with Demo plus Frenzy. Frenzy will be a much easier perk to maintain and also give reload speed, so it's be better in harder content where you can't necessarily chain a perk like Rampage. Then Demo will help get my grenade back. And finally, the last one will be Repulsor Brace plus, I think, a Drone Junkie, because I'll mostly use it on a void build on Warlock. So I'll throw my grenade to give the Word of Crota volatile rounds and proc a Drone Junkie ×5. And yeah, overall this hand cannon is an absolute beast. Even though it's a 180, definitely give it a try. Hand cannons do so much damage now to both red bars and majors. It is absolutely ridiculous. And with this thing being void, which means it can get volatile rounds, work with a lot of really cool builds, and have some of the best perk combinations in the game, it is 100% worth getting. And let me know down below which perk combo you want to get yourself. Like usual, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.